Hi everyone, it's Derek from the Are You Ready podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 3-0 loss against SK Brann in the Europa League Game 3 tonight. You know, we weren't expecting miracles tonight, absolutely not. But what we were expecting was just the basics to be done right, and with this group of players just now, they can't even do that. It was just devoid of anything throughout the whole game. A lack of just basic effort with the players tonight, and that is just simply unacceptable. You would have thought they would have had a wee bit of brains in them to actually try and impress on the new manager for his first game tonight, but to a man, Butland and maybe Gassama, which has been the same all season, excluded a severe lack of effort and quality tonight, and it's just not good enough at all. Some of these players we've praised, some of them we've given the benefit of the doubt, but if this is the level of effort they're going to put in, then they're not going to be for this team very long, and they've surely already seen how toxic the fans can be against a manager. That will soon turn on to some of these players. The game tonight just reaffirms that we have a non-existent midfield, zero service to the attackers, and a defence which is so holy it would sink the Titanic, with issues all over the park, but that defence is the root cause of all of our issues. We have Tavernier, who's out of contract at the end of the season, who is quite clearly he can't do the work he's doing. Whether he's overriding people or what, he's doing far too much. Suter, who is absolutely useless at times, completely out of place, and then a bunch of low knees. And the low knees for a start, that is no way for planning for the future. If Thelwell or his bosses think that's good recruitment, then someone needs the sack. And we've said it before, Thelwell is on a sticky wicket already, because that recruitment on the back of tonight's performance is sadly lacking. Brann, along with Graz and Genk, are not great teams. They're competent, they're good, but they're not great teams compared with what we've been up against in the Europa League the last few years. But we are making them look great. We just had tonight a lack of control on the ball, a lack of composure. Maybe that will come in time once the new coaches get in and do their job. But Rule has some job to do to get through to some of these players. The game itself, we lined up with Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Jigga, Meghoma, Rothwell, Raskin, Asgard, Antman, Gassama and Chermiti. On the subs bench we had Kelly, Cornelius, Fernandez, Aarons, Rice, Barron, McCallion, Curtis, Moore, Cameron, Miovski and Danilo. So interesting that Chermiti and Jigga coming straight into the team as well. So in the 8th minute there was a good corner from the right from Tavernier to a dangerous area. It was knocked away and Raskin shoots. It was blocked back out to Tavernier. It was whipped in and Raskin headers it wide. It was good efforts, both of them. 12th minute, a big chance for Brann with a cut back in the box, a shot at close range but Butland blocked. 15th minute, Brann with a corner in from the right, a free header at the near post and just wide. In the 16th minute, Brann with a cross from the left to the back post, a header back into the middle and a free header from close range, forcing Butland into a good save. 24th minute, patient play from Brann, moving the ball to the centre of the box, flicked over the defence to the right side of the box. It was controlled and then shot, and a big save from Butland. The ball flicked out again. Brann attacker tries an overhead kick type thing and it goes over the bar. 29th minute, a big chance with Tavernier. We're playing a lovely ball into Asgard in the box, who is in space, who tries to first time it but fluffs it. That's not the first time we've seen Asgard do that, just completely fluff his lines with a lack of composure. 31st minute, knocking the ball about well, ending in Raskin playing a lovely long ball from the right into the box to the left side, finds the header Chermiti, who gets his head to it but hits it down into the ground and easily into the arms of the keeper. A poor effort that after a really good ball. 32nd minute, the ball flashed across the Brann goal but no takers. Again, somebody just stick their leg out. 35th minute, Brann with a shot from distance but miles off. 37th minute, a bit of controversy. Gassama booked for pulling back the player. The player went down like he was struck in the face. Never touched his face at all. The linesman was right there to see that. It was embarrassing from the player and even more embarrassing from the officials there. However, on the 40th minute, Brann made it 1-0. The ball from the middle of the park to the left side, Tavernier out of position, caught high, Suter chasing back, gets into the box, a fluffed cross, trundles across the goal and a simple tap into the back of the box. We've seen this time and time again. Tavernier, Suter caught high, out of position, chasing back, a bit of fortune but no players tracking men. Just simple, really is. So into half time, no changes, and we went a second goal down fairly quickly on the 55th minute. It was a free kick from the left, driven in at mid height to the near post. The attacker gets in front of the defender and heads it into the right side. Really easy. Once again, a lack of tracking men as usual. 56th minute, Ant-Man off and Moore on. Ant-Man had done really nothing. 60th minute, a cross in from the left. Moore shoots over the bar when he was running in on his stride. 64th minute, Rothwell and Asgard off. Barron and Miovski on. 78th minute, Jigga and Chermiti off. Cornelius and Danilo on. And a minute later, Brann made it 3-0. It was a quick break going forward. They slide the ball to the left, a cross in. Suter with an attempted backheel flick in the air. It goes right to the unmarked player who had a good finish in fairness, but just woeful defending again and no marking and no tracking. Story of our last couple of seasons. 93rd minute to round out the game, a corner from the right. It was knocked out to Barron on the outside of the box and he has a shot over the bar. So that's how the game ended up, 3-0. Just an absolute embarrassing performance all round. Very few can hold their heads high. The rest of them have really got to look in the mirror, because if that's the best they can do, then they're not going to be long for this team and they're going to suffer the wrath of the fans quite clearly. So it lines us up for the game at the weekend. It's a 3 o'clock kick-off at home against Kilmarnock. We need a big performance and a big result from the players, because it's just sadly lacking just now. As I said, Dave and I won't be back with another podcast till probably later on next week, so I'll be back with a post-match after that game. So all that's left to say is thanks for listening and goodbye.